Hello, Markisador here, and welcome to an Overwatch video, or should I say Trollverwatch. I just wanted to make this video for shits and giggles, I guess. So, as we all know, Overwatch is out. It's a pretty new game from Blizzard, a hero shooter, I guess most people are calling it. Basically, people are calling it Team Fortress 3. I didn't really play Team Fortress too much, so I can't really speak objectively on that. All I know is it's a fun game. It's an arcade-style shooter with ultimate abilities and abilities kind of like you'd find in a MOBA like League of Legends, but it's not really a MOBA in the traditional sense. But anyway, so I play every now and again. You know, it's the kind of game you play off and on, and when you play a lot, and you rage a lot if you're me, and then you get tired of it, or you just need a break, and then you take a break, and then you come back. So you could just drop in, drop out whenever you want. So normally I just pick whatever role my teammates haven't chosen in the team or the hero select menu, because I'm not that worried about playing like attack or defense or support or whatever. I'm not too picky. I mean, I'd say I prefer being attack or whatever it's called, just damage dealer, but I'll play any role, honestly. And I'd rather win by playing a role that everyone or that our team doesn't have than by not doing that and actually losing because we don't have a tank or a support or something like that. But every now and again, your team of random people, this is a random six people, including myself, and at the hero select screen, I noticed a couple Bastions, and let me just say this, I'm not a fan of Bastion at all. I don't like him. I think a lot of people don't like him and think he needs a nerf, and I'm one of those people. Maybe I'm just salty because, hey, he's Bastion and I've died to him a lot, and it doesn't seem like he deserves to deal as much damage as he does and be able to heal himself to full. Granted, you do have to be undercover in order to heal to full without dying, because anyone can just kill you through your heal if you try to do that. But it's still kind of ridiculous to me. And yeah, maybe you're immobile when you can do good damage, but I don't know. I think he's a little imbalanced, maybe. That's just my opinion. Anyway, everyone was picking Bastion, and this happens from time to time. You'll get into groups or matches, and people will troll and pick the same hero. And if it snowballs, it snowballs. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. Let's play 6 Bastions. Why not? You know, let's just be dumb. I was like, you know, this doesn't happen often, so might as well, right? And so I picked Bastion, and then I think in the beginning people were talking in team chat. They're like, this is stupid, or don't do it. And then we ended up doing it. But one person didn't conform to our strategy. And they picked Widowmaker, which honestly, I think Widowmaker, with like, if that person would have picked Bastion, it would have gone far much worse than it actually ended up going. So yeah, but so we have 5 Bastions, we have 1 Widowmaker, 5 Bastions, right? One of the most annoying heroes in the game, objectively speaking. It's really my opinion, I guess, but you know, Bastion's really good when he's posted up he's camped up, really, in a corner or somewhere that he can just let the enemy team walk into him and just destroy all of them without even really trying, as long as you can aim somewhat decently. And then if he takes damage, heal himself to full once they're dead. But when he's on his feet, I don't think Bastion's that great. His assault rifle really just feels like a less powerful version of Soldier 76's assault rifle. So it kind of sucks, and I guess that could be argued as, well, hey, he's not overpowered because he's only good when he's immobile. I still think his minigun does a little bit too much damage, and he can heal just a little bit too much. The funniest part is, I was never part of the beta club, but I do believe that Bastion had like a shield on top of himself when he was in his turret mode or whatever, his minigun mode. Let's just say I'm glad that doesn't still exist, if it did at all. I thought I saw that in some gameplay trailers that I saw in the past, but if that were still the case, I'd be far more salty about Bastion. So anyway, we're attacking on this map. What is this? The Temple of Anubis, I think. And Bastion's not really a good character for attack, in my opinion. He's a defensive character, you know. He's a hero that you want to post up at a control point that you are defending. He's a hero you want to put at the start of a payload and kill the enemy team before they can actually get to the payload. And sometimes you can use him offensively on a payload. People like to play him on top of the payload and minigun your way around as you travel on the payload. And it's a risky tactic, but if your team is good at supporting that tactic, it works pretty well. I've seen it work pretty well several times, but it is pretty easily counterable by like a Pharah or something like that. And speaking of counters, obviously Bastion does have counters. He has a weak spot on the back of him when he's in his turret mode or his minigun mode. And of course, Genji, it's Genji's wet dream to deflect a Bastion when he's shooting his minigun at him. And I've done that a few times as Genji, and I do say it feels amazing. However, this game, as it gets older, people will learn of these tactics, and as the general player base becomes more knowledgeable of strategies, things like that aren't going to work as much, because if you know that Genji can do that, you're going to immediately stop shooting as soon as you see him start reflecting, and it's not going to insta-kill you. And here's another thing, this footage happening right now, there's a turret in there, so they had a turret boy, Trollbarn or whatever, Trollbjorn, I don't know how to say his name. So I was like, okay, I'll just shoot it and then pop behind the corner, heal myself, shoot it, and eventually it'll die. And it worked. And the point I'm trying to make is that if you can heal that much with no cooldown, without anything, I think that's, I don't know, seems a little ridiculous. Obviously their team could have come at me pretty easily and killed me there. The only reason I don't think they did is because there were a couple other Bastions behind me in turret mode that would have mowed them down pretty quickly. But it's still kind of ridiculous that that was even a feasible thing to do. Because as you can see here, I just keep, like, I'll keep peeking, shooting, and then healing. It's just dumb. But I don't know. This game, it's like bittersweet, I want to say, even though it's not, for most people it's just amazing. And that's more so because everyone wants to win, right? And I'm one of those people, and it's really frustrating to lose in this game. It's extremely frustrating to lose in this game, especially when you're about to win and then the team comes back and pushes you at the very last second, pushes you away from whatever you were trying to do. If you were attacking, they push you off the point, or if you were defending, they push at the very last second and take that point. It's just the worst feeling. But when you're that team that's doing the last minute push, the last minute defend, it's the greatest feeling ever. So it's just like the tides of this game can turn at the tip of a hat. It's insane how quickly things can change in your favor, or the enemy team's favor. And honestly, it's ridiculous, really. But I think that's kind of intended by the devs for the game to be like that. And I mean, it's cool. I do like that, you know, even if you feel like you're getting just stomped on by the enemy team, there's always a chance to come back in the very end if you can get your team together, which most of the times it's not the case, but when it is the case, it's amazing. And obviously playing with friends and people that you know and can voice chat with and coordinate with better, that helps. Obviously there is a voice chat in all the open lobbies, but I found a lot of people don't use it as much as you would expect them to. But I guess that's not too surprising. But anyway, I don't know why I made this video. It's just for fun. It's just a troll little video of that 5 Bastions, 1 Widowmaker, MLG strats. I really don't know, but I would probably never play that comp again, not intentionally. But, I mean, hey, anything's possible in Overwatch if you get lucky enough, I suppose. Anyway, that's all for my ramble. That is all for this video. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.